Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. So today I have something special for this touchHLE fix and play stream. Today I hope to showcase and play one of the MMORPG what I compatible, well, at least with my fork of touchHLE. I guess some day into the future I will make sure what it will be merged into the main touchHLE repository, but there is long way to get it working because there is a lot of features related to networking what need to be implemented. But in any case, let me switch to my main screen and do a first demo. Yeah, hello, welcome to the stream. So what we gonna play today in touchHLE is GraalOnline Classic. So it is a MMORPG and it is really old one, and by old I mean like 20 or 30 years old. Let me know if you already hearing the music well or not well. Just reduce a little bit sound here. Yeah, it should be alright. So because this is a MMORPG, we will be playing online. Strange, you don't hear any audio? Okay, thanks. So I'm not sure if I need to present that much about the Graal Classic itself. There is a few things what you need to know, like first of all, it is still pretty have pretty vibrant community, and even if the game was started like in early 2000, the people are still playing. So right now there is around 380 people online, and moreover the good thing what you don't really need to use touchHLE per se in order to play the game. Like you can just access it in the browser, or you can install the mobile client on iOS and Android, and it's free to play. So if you really want, you can play it already right away. So I just posted a link in the chat, and yeah, as I said, it's free to play. It is still available. You can play as a guest. You don't really need touchHLE, but for me it was really a challenge, and I wanted to make a sum of well, any MMORPG working with touchHLE. At some point I was experimenting with Order and House Online, but this is kind of a dead game. They don't really provide, well, the servers were shut down in 2018, a few years ago, I don't remember. So I was really searching about one of the MMORPG what is still available today and have a good compatibility, because this one here I am playing really old client. I guess it's have a version 1.17 or something like this, and it is still possible to connect, and it's still possible to play. So I'm quite happy, but if you want to play for yourself, the best way is to use the online, like you can just open the link into the browser, or you can just install it into the iOS and Android. And just to make it clear, I'm not paid by anyone to promote a game or something. So for what it's worth, I'm just excited what this particular version working with touchHLE, and I think I will be trying to play and see what is working and what does not work. So for example, one of the things what does not work very well is music. So in touchHLE we have a really old problem regarding the looping of the background music, and here, as you cannot hear, normally you should have a music here, but it was only played once and it does not loop. Another issue what I discovered, well, I not really discovered it, it's kind of self-evident, but everything related to the pain will not work, because we don't support the story kit. We just provide some kind of stub for anything related to the story kit, so the purchasing of items is disabled on this device, and this is kind of expected. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy. Like right now, I'm not aware about. I'm aware only about one crash, game crashing bug related to the thing what if you try to run this on Android, and if you want to type something, so here let's say hello chat, for example. Sometimes on Android it crashes, and I don't know yet why, but yeah, there is some issues regarding the text management, because here this is a UI text view field, and we have really basic support. Okay. Well, I think I gonna just work around and yeah, just showcase what is possible here. I'm playing using the gamepad, so I did some mapping, and this is a universal version which is I'm launching as an iPad one. Okay, and I think I would like to disable music completely, because it's quite annoying what you cannot really loop it. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna disable the music. You should be able still to hear sounds. And I'm gonna enable some background music, well, just for the ambience. Also, I'm gonna relaunch it in order to be in full screen. But we will see. We should still be able to check console logs. Yeah. There is some small issues regarding the controls. So for example, here I mapped the buttons of my joystick to touch the virtual buttons on the left, but the mapping is not perfect. And if I access, for example, the sign here, because buttons are pressed multiple times, I unintentionally skipping the first sign. So here the workaround is just to press it once using the mouse, but it's quite far from being really user-friendly, let's say. Okay. So let's just explore the castle. I guess another annoyance comes from the fact that the buttons mapped, well, you cannot really see it, but on my controller I have D-pad and I have a thumb stick. So both thumb stick and D-pad are mapped in order to move character around. And I really prefer thumb stick, but sometimes it's quite difficult to position my character in order to go to the doors, throughout the doors. So as you can see here, I was trying to do to go to the different floor, and if I just freely move around, it's sometimes quite difficult to pinpoint position. So in these cases, the D-pad can be really useful. Okay, what is going here? No disturbing His Majesty while he eats. Yeah, sure. And another limitation what I don't have button to interact with arbitrary position on the screen. So I can either try to use the second thumb stick, and maybe you can see the small semi-transparent square moving on the screen. But this is quite difficult to position precisely. So for such items like here, if I just want to click on the bread, I will do it with a mouse. And when, well, I don't really want to spend my money here, but just to showcase this. Okay. Choose a campaign. Okay, I'm not sure I want to engage yet with what is going here. Okay. Whatever. Okay, you can hear it. Good. Well, just to be clear, I disabled music inside the game because there is a problem with the looping, and I just enabled some background ambient music from YouTube. So, welcome to Grand Hall. Throughout this large entry where you will find the throne room. The throne room you can also find the royal steward. If you're interested in bounties, he is who you want to see. Yeah, so I think, yeah, royal steward, bounty office. I think this is kinda, yeah, daily. Your design bounty contract for today is. There have been various reports that spiders have overrun areas of Onet and Masterly Woods. Clear safe passage in the areas by bringing us 70 spiders. I don't really want to do it. Okay. So yeah, as you can see here, what was I previously talking, it's quite difficult to position myself against the door frame if I'm using the D-pad. So if I'm using the thumb stick, the left one. So occasionally I need to switch to the D-pad. Okay. Throne room, blah blah blah, royal steward, bounties, yeah, whatever. So, regarding the performance, I think the performance quite good, but because you now bounded by the latency of the main server, it's not great. Like, I have not measured how well the game is running overall, but occasionally you can observe some lag and some stuttering when you change areas, or if there are many people inside the area, so it starts to lagging a little bit. I guess the web version and Android, well, official Android clients are working way better, but it is expected. So here we can imagine what we are kind of playing on really old jailbroken i device, and touchHLE need to do emulation, and also with the sockets open versus the main server. So yeah. Okay. What is it? If you care about your safety, use that while these to practice. They may be wooden swords, but they are not joke if you get yourself hurt if you get too close. Yeah, whatever. Be aware of training guards. You are not responsible for any injuries sustained in this area. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So I think what I want to do for kinda today. I have a guide. I found a guide regarding the GraalOnline Classic whatever, and there is some sections in this guide regarding like first few hours in the game, explaining basic mechanics, telling you how to get some cool stuff. So for example, I did a preliminary quest and now I'm able to morph into the rat. So quite cool if you ask me, and I guess it could be quite useful to find some secret places. So sometimes you can see small passages and you can morph into the rat and bypass into that. So yeah, this is just to say what I'm kinda planning in following this guide. And to see what else I can do. Oh yeah, so this is entrance to the castle, and from what I have seen, this is the most one of the area where we lack the most, because there is a lot of things to render and it's adjacent to several different areas and people constantly passing by, so that's why you will see lag. Okay. Okay, so my next objective will be to gather some tools and like net, shovel, stuff like this. So net. Getting the back net is quick, easy and free. Go up the path to Mod Town and turn west in the first path. Past the fountain and you will see the red tree. Enter the Adam's tree. Okay, so let me see where it's on the map. I'm here and I want to go, yeah, Adam Tree House. It's somewhere here. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are playing GraalOnline Classic in touchHLE. So I think I should go up. Okay, so this is yet another area where is a lot of people. So Graal City. Cool, I just chat по-русски. Yes, you can, but I will be answering only in English. Hello, Sir. I'm a huge fan of your work, especially with what you did for Prince of Persia Variant Within. Can you please add video playing capabilities for Prince of Persia game? I want movie consent. So, video support is quite an old limitation for touchHLE. There is several issues regarding the video support. One of them was related to basically patents on the video format, and it's quite difficult for us to support all of the variations of iOS video formats. It's not impossible, but it's quite difficult. I guess in the long run, yes, we should add the video support. Do we plan to work on it right now? Not really. Let me see. Yeah, so it should be somewhere here. Adam's Treehouse. I don't have furniture. Hey there, say, do you like bugs and insects? Yes. Really? I love bugs. The thing is, though, I'm terrible at catching them. I have decided to give up for now and just read about them instead. Would you like to try and catch some? Would you like to try and catch some? Yeah, sure. Great, take this bug net. It's my spare. It will help you on your quest. Let me know how you do. Cool. So, we have a bug net. Oh, and by the way, if people want to help me in testing this, you can log in inside GraalOnline and Mod Carnival event. Would like to join the queue? No. If you really want, you can find me and you can send me a message, and this way we will test where you can receive a message using this client. Rewards. Yeah, why not? Challenges. Okay. So I guess you can just search for the players, and then I'm not even sure if you can, how you can send messages. Yeah, not quite sure how does it work here. Yeah. In any case. No, programmers hate bugs. Yeah, well, I think this is nice to catch them, so. Okay. We have a net to catch the bugs. Okay, chat, should I try to catch some bugs, or should I try to grab more tools? Okay, so I think I will continue to grab more tools because it seems more fun to do. And next thing is called shovel. Right after leaving Adam's tree house, go south and get the water from the stairs. I think you should find any bugs in case you want to actually support the game. Yeah. So I guess quick word about what does it need to be implemented in touchHLE in order to support. So let me quickly show you. So I have a branch called TMP Graal Coro, and it's quite away from trunk. There is a lot of stuff what need to be done for the networking support. One of them is the partial support for non-blocking guest sockets. If it does not tell you anything, don't worry. Well, when we have some other stuff regarding networking again, and even more networking stuff. So a lot of things are really related to how well touchHLE support the low-level socketing, and it is quite difficult to get it right. So far, I think I have some kind of implementation what is working, because otherwise we will be not able to play the MMORPG, but it's still far from perfect. Okay. Where I was. So, I think I would like to do some small quest in order to get a shovel. And by the way, what is your opinion? Is it hard to develop Rust programs? As you previously said, in Rust you can't shoot you in foot because your foot already borrowed. So I think, in my opinion, you need to select the right tool for the right problem. Like, most of the time it doesn't really matter. Like, if you master one programming language, like Python, Java, C#, C, whatever. If you master one program language, you can probably write the code in another programming language. And moreover, right now with the rise of AI and agentic coding, the actual gist of understanding the language is not that important anymore. What is important is understanding the concepts of computer science. So I think Rust is a good language and very good for low-level programming. Would I recommend to start learning from Rust? No. I will recommend to learn Python first and then maybe learn C. Because C, even if it's an archaic language, it still contains a lot of the concepts what is quite useful and quite related to the low-level programming what you need to understand in order to understand how the computer works in general. Or if you are really into the AI and LLMs, don't bother learning languages. So this is also an option, and potentially we can see it more and more into the future. But from my point of view, it is still useful to learn the languages. So I tried this language, and after the C, C++, Pascal, Object Pascal, Java, C++, Adam Fortran scripting languages, Angel script and functional languages like Lisp, and I don't get it, the endless hard. So I guess where the Rust shines is particular problems related to solving particular problems related to low-level programming, and particularly providing the guarantees of the memory safety. And when I say like memory safety, I do mean the checks what the borrow checker can do on the compile time. It doesn't prevent you from have other memory bugs, but certain level of memory safety guarantees are way more easier to catch and to guarantee with Rust. So there is a pain, there is a learning curve, but I feel like once you really master it and understand what kind of problems it can solve, and you don't try to kind of battle the borrow checker and just to accept it and adapt and structure the program in the way what is compatible with Rust, it's really becoming not that bad. I have some messages, what it doesn't really help me. So, to conclude, I think Rust is really helpful for the certain type of problems, and but this is not like the one answer for all. I do really think that, for example, drivers in Linux kernel should be written in Rust. So this is my unhinged opinion. What was I doing here? Once again. So yeah, I was trying to get a shovel. Right after leaving Adam's tree, go south and get in the water from the stairs. Yeah, sure. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so I presume this is this place. Yup. Swim under a waterfall. Usually where you get treasures, it's under waterfall. Okay, so a shovel to dig with 250 GraalOnline. The thing is, what in my guide it says what it should cost only 5 GraalOnline. Okay, I really don't want to spend 250 GraalOnline for the shovel if a guide was telling me what you should only buy 5. You should only use 5 GraalOnline. Hello. Okay, I have some. Okay, Okay, I think I will gonna buy it for 250 graalats. Nice. So let me see if I can equip with Okay. Well, not sure what I was expecting, but yeah. Now I have a shovel. So tap to change. Well, let's use it as a backnet. Yeah, why not? I think I would like also to change it like this for now. Okay, cool. So in my guide I have something about design lantern horses, but it costs like 2,000 and more. So I don't really have money for all of that. I don't get a goal of CT checking. If you want to avoid pointers with ADA, which present security indexes, iterators UEBSAN, ADSAN should help you with 90 over problems. GDB finds crash point in the seconds. So I think this is really a matter of preference with like many different tools, and the premise of Rust, what you don't even have the crash in the first place, because the language is designed in that way, what all of the issues will be found on the compiler during the compiler time. But this is like the ideal situation. In reality, obviously, you can do whatever you want once you start using unsafe, and unsafe it's pretty inevitable in any medium and high complexity low level Rust application, because you will need at some point to use bindings to C functions, and where you don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, so ADA I think is a good language. I heard what it was used by US military, I guess, but I don't think it has a really good adoption apart from that. Yeah, and to complement that point, I guess if you really know what you are doing, you can avoid everything just writing C, but yeah, I guess in reality it's pretty much impossible. Okay, I was trying to complete some quests. The trade quest. In this quest, you have to help several NPC by giving them an item what they need. In return, the NPC will give you an item what they did not need, and the new item is given to the next NPC. You just keep swapping items. No one of the items have a use for you, but at the end you will access to the cool mask shop. Also, you must complete this quest before starting the rail cave quest to get the flippers. Okay, we will start at Burger Refugee. I have no idea where this place is. I think it should be somewhere in the Graal city. Yeah. Yeah, so you can observe some stuttering between sections loading. So for example here, when I passing from one section to another, there is a visible lag. Yeah, but I think this is kind of unavoidable. Yeah, so Asan and Asan, yeah, well, address sanitizer and stuff. Yeah, like if you're seriously considering writing C applications, well, automatic tools like address sanitizer is your friends. But yeah, I guess myself, I only ever written raw C code, well, only for the university exercises and stuff like this. Okay, as usual, there is a lot of people here. So, quest guide says, we will start at the Burger Refugee, which is the southwest corner of the Graal city. Buy one burger. Yeah. Cyber Sorcerer. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, right now in my day-to-day job, I am mostly writing Java, Go, and Python. So and this is kinda SaaS company, let's say. So it's quite away from the low-level programming, and I guess that's why I found really interesting for myself to work during my free time at well, developing touchHLE, making the games compatible, because this is really very different from the type of work what I need to do usually on my day-to-day job. And moreover, if I continue with this rant right now, with a huge push to adopt AI and LLMs and agentic coding. So speaking of Java, Golang, Python starting to be a bit irrelevant because you are really just a prompt engineer. Yeah, but anyway, so we bought one burger, I guess. Let me check in my inventory. Yeah, I have a burger. Cool. So, quest: cat food. Leave out the back door of the burger refugee and continue going up the path. Going north to the top of MOD town, and the path will lead you directly to the cave. Cool, let's go to the cave. Okay, so chat members, have you ever played GraalOnline? Could you remember touchHLE is an interpreter or JIT recompiler? So touchHLE is using dynamic, which is, I guess, dynamic recompiler. So basically it recompiles code on the fly. I checked a little bit. Well, actually, let me find the correct let me find the dynamic repository, because right now we are using the fork after the original one was kinda closed by the after. And yeah, so where I was, so dynamic. At some point I was looking inside the internals of dynamic, and basically the notion of the host code and the guest code, and when you and there is intermediate representation. So when you configure your virtual CPU in dynamic, you are specifying what kind of CPU you want to emulate. You specify some callbacks, and you provide the entry pointer. During the execution, the dynamic converts the code into the intermediate representation, and when this intermediate representation gets executed based on the supported host implementation. Yeah. GraalOnline Classic. Yeah, so you can already play this game in iOS, Android, and web browser, and you don't really need to touchHLE for that. I just think it's really cool what touchHLE is capable of running the client, which is still can connect to your servers. So I think I like to make my life more problematic when it's necessary. So I was on the cat food quest. Keep going north to the top of MOT town, and the path will lead you directly into the cave. Okay, let's see. Where I am once again? So I'm not quite sure if it's a correct direction at all. Yeah, I have no idea if I am going into the right direction, to be honest. Some messages, whatever. So I know what PS3 emulator uses LLVM, which detects when you run new machine code first time, say please wait and recompile, save this code to HDT and continue game execution. Yeah, I think it's a bit different with dynamic, because what you're explaining, it may be a bit more similar in the idea as the shader recompilation, and I don't think the dynamic is working in the same way. And yeah, it tried to really execute code on the fly, but I don't think it's correct to call it interpreter. So I really think it's between interpreter and dynamic and recompiler, to be honest. Blah blah blah, dangerous passage, whatever. The great magic of LLVM, a compiler kit with advanced optimization architecture. It can compile the code with advanced optimization. It works better. Possible way of its people. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue with that. So why touchHLE doesn't use GCC and LLVM? Well, big question in why it should. So you should also remember what touchHLE was originally written by Hikari, and a lot of choices was opinionated choices made by her. So I guess you can rewrite, overwrite something similar using other tools, but it will be not touchHLE, it will be something else. Okay, I have entrance here. Okay, nice, I have a chest. Okay, so I think I found the place for the cat food. Ooh, so hungry. Feed them a burger. Yep. Thanks, son. I really need that. Most people just walk it on by. I know it's not much, but here, take this. I could never bring myself to eat it. And asking a new question about lags and chunk switching using advanced toolkit will solve it. I'm a bit doubting that because I think it's really related to the amount of the data what need to be fetched from the server. Because if we check logs, there is a lot of file downloads which occasionally happen when you switch between sections of a game map. I guess this is the main reason why you have this stutter, and I don't think optimizing the client would help much because this is really client and server issue. If you talk about the optimizations, there is a main problem what exists right now with the threading implementation of the touchHLE, and it's really not that related to the dynamic itself, but just the fact how the scheduler, the internal scheduler and the threads are working, and it's suboptimal in some sense. We do have some improvements. There is a pending patch set from our contributor which does a rewrite using a concept of the coroutines, and potentially it can bring a performance improvements. But yeah, this is yet to be accepted to the code base. And by the way, the lagging in the chunk switching, it really happens in the official clients as well. So it's not really the touchHLE problem in this game. I think it's way more visible in touchHLE because emulation is not perfect and we have some other stuff, but it's not completely lag free in the official clients as well. You have received cat food. Nice. Okay. We need to go to the joint. So exit the cave, walk south all the way to a Graal City main gate, leave a Graal City and continue south across the bridge. You can also get there by saying unstuck me. Let's actually try that. So if I say unstuck me, I should be teleported. Nice. It does work. Okay, there is too many jumping people here. Yeah, this is pretty much the gist of this game, interacting with other players. You are walking around and they just try to stab you. Yeah. Why you? Thanks. Okay, so I need to go into a place called joint. Okay, so it's here. What is aroma I'm getting around you? I can't imagine. It's your perfume. Could it be that you have a cat food? Will you please so kind as to give it to me? Yes. Thank you so much. This game is cool. Yeah, and if you want, you can already play like with the iOS client, Android client, web client. Here I am using a really old iOS client because, well, it's the only way to get it working with touchHLE. The game looks like King Bounty, the style of animation looks like enough. Yes, but I think the most similar game will be the original Zelda. Like, they do have a lot of the inspiration and a lot of similarity in the graphics. Okay, so we give a cat food. It worked. Thank you so much. I have spent so long trying to save him. Please take this as a token of gratitude. You can use it to dry your tears after bearing witnesses to this beautiful reunion. Yeah, you received a rug. So what we gonna do with rug? Mirror, make your way back to Mod Town and take one of the paths to the west of the town. Turn north, and the northwest building is called the Black Orchid. So I have no idea where it is. Let me see. Yeah, so I need to go here to the Mod Town. Okay, guys. What is your last game what you played in touchHLE? Let me know. we go into the bot town. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah, so as far as I understand, you have different areas, and in cities you cannot really attack our players. So right now, if you can see on the screen, I don't have an option to use my sword or my bombs or my arrows. And in our areas, it's basically free for all, and you can attack our players. And then you have some notion of the reputation. So basically it's called alignment, as far as I get, and the more alignment you have, it means that you're kind of a good citizen, and if you try to kill other people and do some other stuff, you have a negative alignment. And yeah, so me, I'm a good citizen. I have only killed so-called buddies, and I haven't killed any other players, at least intentionally. I think this is this way. Did a live blackjack in my branch? Yup. So I need to go this way. So from my part, obviously I was playing this GraalOnline, and I was mostly playing on the Android build, and you can see what I have, like 6 hours, something like this, playing 1 hour to 30 minutes each day, and I discovered some bugs, but so far I'm very pleasantly surprised how well this is working for an online game. So I guess this is it. I need to swap the rug for the mirror, as far as I get. Whoa, you have something that will be perfect. Can I please have your rug? Please. Yeah. And found this one of the boxes and thought it will be pretty nice. Please take it. And I got a mirror. Make sure you pay a visit to the club. You received a mirror. As we can see, you love touchHLE project, which is really you're interested in, but could you say is our videos planned? New video about the art of 3D programming was really funny. So I had some plans, and I actually was recording about half way through another video unrelated to touchHLE. It was kind of one of the old projects what I used to contribute to, but at some point I really got an issue with implementation, and it was really hard for me to solve it without kind of rewriting the project. I don't think I want to spoil too much, but I'm not sure. So I do have some projects what are kinda in the, let's say, limbo, and maybe at some point in the future I could find some time to work on them. But you should understand what usually I have some ideas about my videos, but they would require to have non-trivial amount of time, not just to produce the video itself, but also to implement the project. So like to write code or to work on the NES cartridge or whatever. And at some point I'm not sure if I have enough time to spend on both projects making video. But yeah, I guess with my frequency of releasing one video each 2 years or each 3 years, yeah, maybe. I guess this is why I really do like the streaming format. While this is not the same quality as the videos, it's pretty easy for me to just prepare myself and start streaming and to do something. Yeah, like here the getting GraalOnline working with touchHLE was my kinda, I guess it took me about 2 weeks, maybe 1 week, but there was already some networking code what I used to make for Uno use case, for Command and Conquer, for Blades of Fury, and I reused this code for this game as well. So that's to say, do you have some videos planned? Yes. Could you expect them to be released in the future? I don't know. Okay, in any case, I got a rug. Okay, so I was streaming for about 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I have not found any bugs, at least any more bugs what I was not aware about. And I think I'm gonna stop here. So thank you very much for coming today, and maybe see you next time. To enable cheats, press Alt F4. Yes, indeed. Well, I am on Mac, so for me it's Command Q. But yeah. Okay, so once again, thanks everyone for coming for today and watching me playing some really ancient MMORPGs. I may do the same in the future. Let's see. If you want to play for yourself, you can already use official clients for GraalOnline Classic. iOS, Android and web already available. If you want to do it as me in the touchHLE, you need to wait, because it's a big changes, and I don't know when it will be available in touchHLE. Okay, thank you everyone, and see you next time. Bye.